Welcome to the first video in the Bible Galaxy. I am Galata, and I'm your host here. We're going to talk about all things faith, fiction, and film. So if you're a Christian nerd, just wanting a space to kind of just geek out about stuff, this is the place for you, man. I studied theology a lot of time. As you can see by my mask, I'm ancient. I know about the martial arts. I've been trained by Master Splinter, Master Yoda, Master Windu. So I've been trained by everybody, man. And we're here to get into it. We're going to do some videos about like the Force versus Christianity. We're going to do some videos about a lot of things, just like takes on films from the perspective of like Christianity and theology and faith. So that's going to be awesome. Today, we're going to be talking about some faith films, some Christian movies that are not corny, that are not tacky, that are not cringy. Okay? Because I see a lot of Christian films that are just propaganda for Christianity. And hey, I'm Christian. This is the Bible Galaxy, but we do like good films, cinematic films. Okay, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to talk about 5 cinematic masterpieces that are deeply embedded in the Christian values and message. And I think every Christian who loves film should watch. These are in no specific order. I'm just shooting them at you, okay? So, and I don't want to have beef with people that don't like them. Hey, if you don't like them, they're mature films. They're not for everybody. They're not for family audiences. They're kind of like alt Christian films, okay? But they're really great, and you should give them a watch. My poster just fell down, but it's okay, man. Conor McGregor lost that fight. He didn't even fight it, so I don't even know why I put that thing up. Numero uno, number 1. Let's talk about me some Hacksaw Ridge. I love me some Hacksaw Ridges, man. Man, Mel Gibson just ate with that film. By the third act, you've totally forgotten it's a Mel Gibson film until body parts start flying and there's this war scene, because Mel Gibson can really make war happen. Talk about Braveheart. We just lost power. This is Puerto Rico, so that's going to be part of the video, I guess. Talk about me some Braveheart. Talk about some Passion of the Christ, which is number 2 in this list, but we're going to go into it not right now. Bro, Hacksaw Ridge is about this chaplain of war that just refuses to take a gun into battle because of his principles. And I think it's such a compelling character of standing for what you believe in, which as Christians we should do, that it's not only a beautiful film, it's not only a cinematic masterpiece that Mel Gibson has created, it also inspires you to stand boldly in your faith. And that's why it's number 5 in this list. Again, it's not a ranking. It's just 5 pieces of film that I love. And I think every Christian that loves cinema should watch these films. Number 4, we're going to go into The Passion of the Christ, because I already mentioned it. Passion of the Christ is one of those films, when I saw it, I was like 8 years old. It freaked me out, okay? I've never seen such violence and such raw gore. It's hard to watch. It is, especially if you get kind of crept out with blood and guts and violence and stuff. But it's the most accurate film representation of what Jesus Christ had to go through. It is. And it's not, it's like, it's watered down. It's watered down because I think what Jesus had to go through would have been 10 times worse and 10 times more difficult to watch that than what Mel Gibson put in film. And part two is coming out. I'm pretty excited about part two. I'm probably gonna make a review about part two. But part one, The Passion, you shouldn't just watch it on Easter. It's a great film. It is a great film about the love of Jesus that made him carry that cross. And the way it's shot, the way the story is told, you can really flesh out what the Bible speaks about. And that's what I love about this film. Because the Bible, people tend to water it down when we speak about the stories, but it's very raw. It doesn't pretend to, it's a frank film. Is that a word, frank? Frankly, it's very raw. Okay. And as I watch the film, I feel like I'm seeing through the words in the Bible into that moment of the passion in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And I'm just, it's disgusting in a way that you can't stop watching it because you know the significance of that moment. And it just makes it so much special and so much profound, so much more profound. That's why I love this film. It's hard to watch because of the gore, but I think every Christian should at least watch the highlights of it or something, because it really comes close. It's the closest thing we have to what Jesus would have suffered for us. So that's why it's number 4 on this list. Number 3 Christian movies that are just masterpieces that everybody should watch. Silence. It's another Andrew Garfield film, but for some reason, Andrew Garfield just does great films with faith undertones, right? With faith. It's not even an undertone, it's an overtone. Everything about it is about faith. And it's about these Christian missionaries that go to like Japan and they're trying to evangelize in some mission trips. But a lot of things go wrong. I know it's based on a book. I haven't researched it all that well. And what I did research about it was a long time ago. But it's based on a book that has the same name, Silence. And it's based on true stories from Christian missionaries that went to these East countries and found a very harsh reality in trying to spread the gospel, because you have language boundaries, you have political boundaries. People will always be people. They'll always be human beings, and that brings all sort of challenges, right? So it's really a theologically profound movie that gets you to reflect on the reality of humanity and the cost of spreading the gospel. And that's how I took it, at least. Let me know what you thought about this film if you've seen it in the comments. And if you haven't seen it, I suggest watching it. It's not a thriller movie. It's not action-packed, fun movie. It's cinema. It's something you watch to reflect and to think and to discover time where you hadn't been born yet, but humans kept growing and they kept learning. And so it's a very insightful film. And that's why I recommend it to you, because the theological discussion around this film, once you watch it, I don't want to give away spoilers, but these missionaries have a way of seeing missions that is very challenged all throughout the film. And so to me, the theological reflection of it was revolved around this question of how would my faith stand the challenges that these men had to endure? what parts of my faith am I idealizing, or what how would my faith stand up to being confronted in this level of way, right? So I feel like it takes a deeper meaning uh, with everybody who watches the movie. Some people, I know some people that don't like this movie. Uh, I can say the ending is not what you expect it to be, and that's about all I can say about this film without actually telling you the whole film. Which again, it's not something. It's not like Avengers or something where you're trying to wait for these reveals and you're gonna get spoilers. No, it's a mm, it's a thoughtful movie, right? Anything I kind of spoil, you have to watch the movie, you have to experience it, and to actually delve into the story. But I really, if you're mature, right? If you're growing in your theological thought process, I recommend this movie. It's challenging. Some people don't like it, but it is a cinematic masterpiece. And it has a lot of theological discussions that enrich your faith. And that's why I count it as one of the non campy Christian cinema that you should watch. Let me turn on the lights back on. It's like 104 degrees today. I'm just sweating profusely. Number 4, it's not just a film, it's a whole series of films. Narnia. Okay? Watched you all the 3 Narnia movies. Hey, is it a child? It's kind of like fantasy child film. Yes, it is. Read the books. Go into the lore. C.S. Lewis, the writer of Narnia. Check this out. A lot of people don't know this, but it is true. C.S. Lewis was a theological writer. He's not some people don't consider him a theologian just because he was a kind of an English teacher that delved into theology later in his life. And he's not like writing these theologically systematical books. But to me, he's more of a theologian than a lot of theologians. What he's given to theology as a whole is very deep and rich. Okay. So I have this book I'm reading. I'm going through it. It's Mere Christianity. Okay. This is one of C.S. Lewis's like theological books where he tries to condense Christianity into its core. Like, what is the seed of Christianity? What does being Christian mean if you strip it of a lot of things that we've kind of added to Christianity that are not necessarily at the core of it? Okay. So he has very smart and very just rich takes on theology as a whole. And I think Narnia is one of them. This might be a hot take. You might not agree with me, and that's okay. Hey, this whole video, you might just not agree. Let me know in the comments what your list is, what you think about it. I'm just making this for fun. And I'm just making this so you could find new movies that are not like super in your face about Christianity and that actually have a good plot and a good story and they're very creative. And I think Narnia checks off all of those boxes because it is like a whole different spin on it in the fact that it's like, I should make more videos about Christianity and Narnia and how all of the undertones are Christian undertones because the author is Christian and he did write it so that if Narnia is basically, what if there was this world of like fairies and talking animals? How would Jesus show himself to them? And the answer is a lion, Aslan. And so basically Jesus is a lion in this movie. That's the gist of it. And they're not super in your face about it. But a lot of the things that happen is basically the journey of faith in the Bible translated into this world of fantasy. And when you look at it like that, you find a lot of hidden gems in the movie. Okay. I love the fantasy aspect of it as well. So the reason I'm recommending this movie, I rewatched it not that long ago and I really enjoyed it. And I had read the books now because I didn't read the books the first time I saw the movie, and I did know all of the backstory of like C.S. Lewis and his journey through Christianity. And I recommend you at least get familiarized with the author and the way he used to be atheist and turned to Christianity thanks to J.R.R. Tolkien, which is the author of The Lord of the Rings, which is the next and the final movie in this list, number 5. It's another fantasy movie, which is Lord of the Rings, the original ones. I don't know about The Hobbit. I don't know about what they're making right now. Smeagol's something. They're trying to find Smeagol. Smeagol's dead. He died trying to take the ring from the fires of Mordor. He's dead. Okay? Found him. He burned in lava, bro. Okay? That's where Smeagol is. But the original Lord of the Rings, the OG ones, that's hecka Christian, bro. Hecka Christian. You can argue all you want about it with me. Oh, it has witches. It has Gandalf, the gray, the white, the wise. He's a sorcerer. Sorcery is evil. Yada, yada, yada. Bro, shut up. Watch the movies. Enjoy these movies. Read the books. Read about the author. Author is really devout Catholic. He got C.S. Lewis to turn from atheism into Christianism. Okay? And he made this amazing fantasy world that you can live in that really speaks to the core values of Christianity, whether you like it or not. So if you don't like it, well, too bad for you, man. What can I say? I love it. I hope you love it as well. Let me know what your top 5 Christian movies are in the comments. And we're coming out with new videos every week about faith, about film, and about fiction. So if that's you, subscribe. See you in the next one.